Well, surprise, surprise. Welcome back to another episode of Twitter Tantrums. You're on The Noise with Nick. Oh, I'm already laughing and I haven't even shown you the clip yet. Well, let me say this first. As it turns out, uplifting and glorifying and even getting to the point of worshiping a mask and making that the most important thing for the public to know, it turns out that might have some negative ramifications. Let's start out today by watching this video of a very sick individual spitting on two hikers because they weren't wearing their masks.
I have COVID. I've been tested positive.
Get back here. Hale.
You okay?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. It's not funny. No, it is. It is kind of funny. I mean, I think the funniest part of it, the funniest part in my mind is at the very end when this lady is like, she's just not even reacting. Right? This guy is spitting on her and she's just filming. And then she just like, you okay? And this might be the very first time in this guy's life that somebody's ever asked him if he's okay. Because look at the genuine just bewilderment on his face. And she's like, are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm not. I gotta watch it again.
You okay?
No.
No, he's not okay. And you know why he's not okay? It's because politicians like Cory Booker have made wearing a mask the most important thing that a person can do for anybody. Wearing a mask is not a surrender of liberty. It's an affirmation of love. Now I gotta admit, there's a lot of people out there when I go out into public. And I don't, just because I put a mask on, doesn't mean I love them. If you're not my wife, my family member, or a close friend, I got news for you, Cory Booker. I don't love you. That's just the way it is. But this is what the left always does. When they run out of science, when they run out of actual things to say, they just resort to, oh, it's love. Everybody remember the mayor of Seattle last summer when her city was getting torn apart? And she's saying, oh, it's just a summer of love. What are you talking about? Let's break down the logic of what this is. No doubt a very mentally unstable man. Okay? He even admits it. He's like, no, I'm not okay. You're out on a hike on this brisk wintry morning, and you encounter two women who don't have masks on. So the next logical thing to do in this man's mind is to then approach these individuals who are so dangerous because they're not wearing masks, and then proceed to take your mask off. So really, he's a hero because he's risking his own life here. That's what I've deducted. That's the type of behavior tweets like this from Cory Booker are encouraging. I mean, it's plain and simple. When you glorify wearing a mask over everything else, this is the type of stories you come up with. Plain and simple. And I got news for you, all of you who are demanding that everybody wear their mask. And if you would just wear your mask for 1 month, and if the sheriffs would just enforce people wearing masks for like a month, this virus would just go away. It would just be gone. I got news for you. No, it won't. I have been in Italy for 4 years now. I was here when this pandemic got underway. And if you might recall, Italy was one of the hot spots. I mean, the main epicenter of where the COVID spread in Europe is 3 hours away from my house. Okay? Pretty close. And Italy went into lockdown, like lockdown. Okay, not America lockdown. Lockdown. No restaurants. You go to local grocery stores only. You have to wear your mask. If you don't wear your mask, you are getting a €500 fine. You need a paperwork to authorize you to go to work. That type of lockdown. Okay? Very serious stuff. And masks have been mandated since March. The majority of 2020, all of Europe has been wearing masks. It's been mandated by the government. It's been enforced by police. And yet we're seeing an uptick. All of these politicians who insisted that if we would just wear masks, this would, the curve would go down, flatten the curve. It would just go away. Well, we've been doing that in Europe. And guess what? It didn't go away. As a matter of fact, we are having an outbreak right now that is getting close to the same proportions earlier this year. When we've been wearing masks, we've been social distancing, we've been sanitizing our hands until the skin falls off and it's just muscles and bones. It's weird. We've been doing all of that. And yet there's still outbreak. But instead of admitting that he's wrong, instead of saying, hey, maybe wearing a mask isn't the most important thing, he doubles down on it and says, if you don't wear a mask, you're not affirming that you love people. Hey there. If you're wondering why I'm smiling, it's because I'm coming to you from the land of the past where America was still free. Just kidding. Kind of. Not really. If you enjoyed this content, you can subscribe right there. You can also watch anything that's may or may not be flying over my head at this very moment.